Hello ladies, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing really well. So before we get into today's video, I wanted to thank each and every one of you who left me a comment on my last video with regard to how I'm going to proceed with my videos in the future. Now, what I've decided to do is just to continue doing what I've done on my channel, which is giving you some sit-down videos with regard to how to be elegant, how to be graceful, and also some style videos. Now, today's video is going to be about 5 fashion trends that I just cannot get behind. And the reason that I don't like these trends is because they do not resonate with my own personal style. Now, I do believe that a lot of you that are on my channel will agree with me as to these trends, but again, a little disclaimer before I get into this video is if you love these trends and you enjoy wearing them, then please feel free to do you, because at the end of the day, I think we should all feel comfortable in what we are wearing. But I'm assuming that if you are here on my channel, that you sort of resonate with my style. So these trends are things that I would never do, and they're also trends that I do not think is elegant. So if you want to see the trends that I am totally not going to be following, then please watch the video to the very end. And without further delay, let's jump into today's video. So the first fashion trend that I cannot get behind and that I will never follow is the maximalism trend. Now, what is the maximalism trend? The maximalism trend is where you embrace the idea that more is more. You are wearing a lot more clothing on top of other clothing. You are wearing a lot more colors together. You are mixing and just putting everything together that you can put together. Now, this is totally against the style that I personally like, which is less is more. But with the maximalism trend, you wear everything that you desire putting on for the day. Now, in my personal opinion, this looks and lends itself to being a little bit tacky. I don't think it's elegant. And also, I don't necessarily think that a lot of the colors with regard to the maximalism trend actually pair well together. Now, the people that do like this trend, they think it's fun, it's exciting, and it's something that brings out their personal style. And if it does, then I love that for them. But as for me, I do not think that the maximalism trend is necessarily elegant. This is not a trend that I can get behind. Now, the next fashion trend that I will never get behind is the no pants trend. Now, if any of you who are on my channel can explain to me why you would wear your undergarments and nothing else over them, please let me know in the comment section down below. But this is a trend that is sweeping the world, and I do not understand why, because this morning when I got up, it was 36 degrees. And even if you put on a coat and you go outside with just your underwear, you are going to freeze. So I really just cannot get behind this trend. I don't understand why it is fashionable to some people, because to me, it looks cheap and it looks like you forgot to put on a piece of your clothing. So this is something that I've seen a lot of on Instagram and TikTok. Now, I do know that a lot of people like to follow celebrities with regard to the no pants trend. However, one thing as an elegant woman that I've learned over the years is that before we leave the house, we need to look in the mirror and see if there's anything that is missing, or if maybe we need to take off a few items. If we look in the mirror before we leave the house, we can see that our pants is missing, or maybe the skirt is missing. So obviously we need to put one item on. And in my personal opinion, the no pants trend is a trend that to me should go away as quickly as possible. And it's a trend that I think makes you look very cheap and very unpolished. Now, this next trend might be a little bit controversial for some of you. And again, if you love this trend, then please make sure that you continue to do and dress the way that you love, because we should all be doing that. But again, for my taste and my personal style, this is a trend that I think is a little bit tacky, and so I just don't like it. So this next trend that I cannot get behind is this bag charm trend, where you overly accessorize your handbag with charms. Now, there is nothing wrong with wearing a charm on your handbag, but when it gets overly excessive, I think it lends itself to looking a little bit more juvenile, like you're taking a child to grade school and they have all these little things hanging off their backpack or their handbag. This trend to me just looks tacky. It looks just juvenile to me. Now, one of the things I wanted to show you ladies was my own handbag, and this handbag right here that I bought from Radley London, it came with this little charm, and it is a little puppy. Now, I did not add this. The handbag came with this. I bought this handbag 6 or 7 years ago, and I love it. But I don't think it's overly accessorized. And again, in my own personal opinion, less is always more. So one of the things that's happening in today's fashion is the retailers, especially the high-end retailers, have caught on to the fact that people are buying into these trends. And I want to show you something here on the screen, an Hermes charm. It's just a little plastic horse. It's almost $1,000 for this charm. This is utterly ridiculous. And I would just like to say to most people who like to spend their money on these things, there are better things that you can do with your money, like donating to the poor, donating to maybe a food bank to feed more people. But a little plastic horse on your handbag, to me, is a total waste of money. And when you do all of these accessories on your handbag, it looks very tacky, and I really don't understand how you are going to be able to style up an outfit, especially if you do maximalism and then add it together with all these charms. I mean, it's just going to look like a clown, and I really just don't like this. I think it is very, very tacky, and it's just totally not elegant. Now, the other thing is, with regard to how much the Hermes, Kelly, and all these bags cost, they are anywhere from $24,000 on up. Why would you pay that much money for a handbag and then cover it up with all of these tacky looking charms and ropes and chains and things like that? To me, this does not do the handbag justice. Now, I also do not think that any handbag is worth 30 grand, but if you do, again, I love that for you, but I can find more appropriate things to do with $30,000 than put it into a handbag. Now, as far as my personal style, I think that you can do this sort of trend in a more elegant way, like with a twilly. You can tie a twilly around the handle of your bag, and I think that still looks really elegant. Or maybe going with maybe 1 or 2 charms instead of 15 or 20 charms, because once you decorate a bag with so many charms, again, it starts to look a little bit juvenile. Please do not waste your money on all of these bag charms. It is not worth it. It doesn't look elegant, and I think it lends itself to looking a little bit cheap. So let's move on to the next trend that I cannot get behind. Now, the next trend that I cannot get behind, and it is a trend that I will never partake in, and that is the see-through trend. Now, this is a trend that really swept the runway at the Met Gala and New York Fashion Week, Milan Fashion Week. This is a trend that a lot of celebrities are doing. However, I think it's tacky. Now, you ladies know how I feel about this see-through trend, especially those of you that have been on my channel for a very long time. Showing too much of your body to me is inappropriate. Now, there are ways that you can show a little bit of skin and still remain elegant and presentable to the public eye. But the see-through trends that they are showing today is really completely naked. And so I don't think this is a proper way to present yourself to the public. And it's something that I will never get behind. It's something that I will never do because I think it's tacky to just show every ounce of your body to everybody that is walking along the street. So the see-through trend is one of those trends that I think will eventually go away, and hopefully it will, because some people also do not have the body to wear this trend and they are wearing it anyway. So when you think about it, wearing clothes that are really too see-through, when you present yourself to the public eye, most people are going to be wondering, are you seeking attention? Are you missing something in your private life that you are trying to achieve by wearing clothing where they can see every ounce of your body? Because this is what it would say to me if I see somebody walking down the street and they're completely naked. So this is something that I think is tacky. I think it makes you look cheap. And also it's a trend that, as for me, I will never partake in and never get behind. So let's move on to the last trend that I think looks a little bit tacky. Now, this last trend that I do not love, some of you may actually own a pair of these, and I do admit that I was in a store probably a couple of years ago and I tried these on, and as soon as I did, I started slipping around, so I knew they were not for me. But this last trend that I do not love are these plastic type of heels. Now, they are cute, I will say that, but as the day goes on and your feet start sweating, especially in the temperature where I live, these are going to make you look a little bit unkept and unhygienic because your feet are going to be sweating in these plastic heels. And I also saw a pair of these heels from a designer brand, and they were over $1,000 for a pair of plastic. And so people are really falling into these trends, and I think they look cheap. And with regard to the plastic heel trend, the plastic shoe trend, or whatever they want to call it, when your feet starts to sweat, it is going to make you look unkept and unhygienic. It doesn't matter what you have on, but when you have this type of humidity taking place inside a sandal, it does not look elegant and it doesn't look clean. So people are going to be looking at your feet wondering, like, what is going on down there? You know, you've got fog in your sandals. So this is one of the reasons why I don't think these shoes are worth buying. I don't think they're elegant. And also they just really don't look polished and they don't look clean after you wear them for about 30 minutes. The other thing about these see-through shoes is that once your feet start to sweat, you're going to be slipping in them, and probably you're going to start hearing some squeaking noise because of the plastic and then the sweat on your feet. So these shoes just have everything going wrong with them. And it's a shoe that I would never put my money on, no matter what the cost. So this is the last trend that I wanted to share with you ladies. Now, there are many more, but these are some specific that I see a lot when I am looking around on Instagram, or you see the TikTok girls and they are talking about these trends. Again, the shoes I think are cute depending upon the ones that you purchase, but never the platform ones because those mimic an exotic dancer. So nothing in a platform to me is ever elegant. But some of these shoes can be cute if you wear them with the right item. But again, once your feet start sweating, then it all goes downhill from there. So that is all I have to share in today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching this. And if you did, please give this video a like. And also, if you are just stopping by my channel for the very first time, my name is Teresa, and this channel is all about leveling up and becoming more elegant and more graceful. And if you are interested in that, then please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And also, don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that you get notified every time one of my videos go live. Thanks for watching, ladies, and I will see you in my next video.